What is going down, YouTube family? It is your boy Zary, and before we get into the video, one thing I want to tell you is, if you are just starting this game and you are under level 15, make sure you're using my promo code. Down in the description of my video is a link if you're just finding this channel for the first time. Click that link to download Dragon Champions on iOS or Android. Once you do that, click the cog setting, wrong way, right there above me. Click that cog setting. Inside the cog setting, you are going to see the use promo code. Make sure you're clicking on that. When you're in the promo code, type in XMG gift. Hit the OK button and get $10 worth of free stuff. So with that being said, my YouTube family, enjoy the free stuff. Help support the channel. I love y'all. Enjoy the video. What is happening, my YouTube family? It is your boy Zary. I'm here with the Dragon Champions video. And this week, as always, just craziness. I had a birthday on Monday. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to make some videos, and then work blew up, and got my daughter's party this weekend, so we got a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, like always, but I want to get this video out, and I want to talk, because people might not know what's going on right now. Runes have changed a little bit, and it wasn't in any patch notes, there wasn't any sort of notification, and I don't know why. I asked why, and it was kind of not answered, so I'm really looking forward to this, because this is a good change. It's interesting. It's extremely interesting. And what happened is I was going through and I was doing some rune management, because that is one area of the game I don't do. I know it's stupid, but I just let them sit there, and I get a guy runed, and I never really go back and look to upgrade their runes, and it's a huge part of the game. And as I was doing it, I was runing Tubald, and I had a rune. It was a critical chance rune, and it had 3 speed. So I'm like, I'm gonna upgrade this and see what happens. Popping up on the screen right behind me is the rune that came up, and the next 2 categories under speed and potency was crit damage and penetration. That's huge. It wasn't in any patch notes, and if it was and somebody knew about it, I missed it, right? This is pretty big. Crit damage is now a secondary stat on runes. This is vital and huge to characters like, like a Talius, a Tubald. Anybody you're stacking critical chance on, you can now, instead of having it in that southern rune primary only, it can be a substat on a rune. We all know what crit damage does. It increases the damage from your critical hits. So any sort of your big damage dealers, you can now look for crit damage in your secondaries. Now, we don't know how this works, right? I don't know if it's only certain runes can get crit damage secondaries. I don't know. I haven't played around enough to know, and the test server's down right now, so I really can't look at that. So, there's a lot that could be changed here. When you take a look, we're gonna pull that back down. When we take a look at a crit damage, this is a critical chance, so I gotta try to find a crit damage one. Crit chance, let's just go into runes and see if we can find one. Because this is something that you might want to think about. Right here we have a 3-dot crit damage rune with 27.3% crit damage. Now if you could get a crit chance there, that gives you, a 2 or a 3 bump in the critical damage. Now 27.3% is a lot, but with that image, we're going to pop back up that image here. I have 2%. Now if this is something that can come in on any rune to get to possibly 80, 90, 100% threshold on your crit chance, is that something we look for now in secondaries? Very, very interesting, right? And I have some runes here, we can try to upgrade just to see we got armor and potency. Now, the crit the crit damage root secondary seem to come from the armor stats, but I don't know if that's something, like I said, is only exclusive to that one rune. And you know, this is a good one to take to 16 to see if that speed pops. See, we got crit damage there, so very interesting. Now let's go up and see if we can play with this a little bit. I don't have any extra ones in the northern rune. Don't have any to upgrade there. We had that event in the battle pass that we had to upgrade a certain amount of runes. So I went through and I just started upgrading because I was severely lacking. But here we go. This is the one we thought. We got penetration. Interesting. We're going to get to penetration. So is it a substat only in that southeastern rune? I don't know. It's something we got to think about. And maybe you can tell me if you've noticed it in other places. Like here we go. Can you get a... Well, we couldn't get a crit damage percent on a crit damage because you can't have the same thing. So that was probably a bad example. But I don't seem to find it just in my personal account anywhere but that southeastern rune. And I'm trying to get clarification the best I can on this, but that's what it seems to be. So very interesting. So upping your crit damage a little bit more, that's a substat that's going to play into how we rune our characters, right? And the same thing goes for penetration. Now, penetration, let's pull back up that image real quick. Now we have a penetration. Penetration's a flat stat. So when we go into a character here, like we're on Nessa, when we go into stats and we go down to penetration, where's penetration? Probably under right there. We have 450 penetration. Now this definition is used to calculate the damage dealt by abilities. It reduces enemies' physical and magical armor. Probably should have pulled down that picture so you guys could have seen it a little better. But here, let me move it up a little bit so you can see it right here. Now, penetration isn't a percentage. So it's pretty much, from what I've seen, percentage is always going to be a flat gain. So, I don't know the exact calculation of how penetration reduces physical and magic armor, but it means you're going to hit harder. So again, we're seeing more damage here. And a character like Eric Shieldbreaker, who can get around that shield, or Nightiel. Penetration would be really big because then you can get to that health lower. So penetration is a sneaky stat that really shouldn't be overlooked. Now, is penetration going to be good on a healer? I mean, I guess on their basic, right? If their heal is based off damage done, it could be. But it's only going to really be used, in my mind, is the way I'm looking at it right now, is only going to really be used for your damage dealing characters. And I think it's going to be something we got to keep in mind. Like, let's jump back into runes and see what we can get here. Now, it's extremely interesting, and we can go into our mailbox, right? And we can see if it's in the top two. See right there, we didn't get it. But I haven't seen it shown as a primary, like where you could possibly get a quad roll on it. Or something like that. There we go, we got a crit damage. So I'm really thinking the southeastern rune is where it's going to be. And we're going to go into the runic. See, there we go, we got another crit damage. So yeah, I'm thinking that's how it's got to work. But let's jump into the runic journey real quick. All right, I still got an abundance of energy. I saved that energy because the drop rates for me, if there was a delete button or a sell button in my mailbox, I would blow through it instantly. But I don't want to do all that. I'm lazy, I guess. I don't want to do all that. So, in the instant loot, let's just do like let's do 21 battles, okay? Holy crap, I got a 5 dot. Got a couple of them. So here, That isn't kind of what we were looking for, but that's a pretty crappy 5-dot. Here we go. We got one with speed. Not bad. But here, oh, it's a gray. Of course it's a gray. Messing up my whole video here. Let's see. That's potency, damage. Let's just keep going on speed. See if we can get one maybe that'll show if it's in. See, health. I have yet to see penetration or crit damage be there. And I really want some clarification on this, because why not, right? I mean, we should know. That's gray. Shield damage, armor. Haven't, again, not there. Let's just go here. Let's see what we can get. Didn't even get a rune on that one. No rune, no rune. You know, and maybe this is a frugal attempt to see. This is why I would love to have the test server up, because I don't want to blow through all my runic energy. And all this stuff's just going to go sit in my mailbox. But we haven't seen it. And I'll continue to test this, and I'll keep you updated as we go. But I just want to make a quick video, because you might not be aware of those changes, because there was no physical announcement on it. And I really wish there was, so we kind of had more clarification. But really, really cool. Very, very interesting of how this could change. Maybe you give up speed if you got a quad roll or a 3 roll on crit damage. Really, really could change up what we do. And I just wanted to talk about it real quick with everybody. So I have a whole bunch of videos lined up for next week already. I already have them shot. I'm getting back into more of a consistent basis of making videos. Me and Bones are going to collaborate on something really cool outside of the Dragon Champions world. So that's going to be cool. So that'll be coming probably within the next month or so. So keep that in the back of your head, because I'm going to actually start streaming once my children go away to college and I have more time and I can get my own space. I'm going to start streaming regularly. I'm going to try this Twitch thing out. I'm going to continue to make content here on Dragon Champions. So I got a lot of stuff planned, and it's kind of coming together. Sorry for the lack of videos this week. Life caught up with me. That's all I can say. But let me know what you think of this. And I'm not like, I don't think it's sketchy. Let me say that. I just think it's odd, because they gave us something, but they just didn't say anything. You know, in the patch notes, you know, Flake Quantum's listening. I think this would have been a really good thing to put in the patch notes. That's a positive for the game, and it should have been in there. But that's what I got for everybody just finding me for the first time, or if you're, you know, just looking for a new hero collector and you saw Dragon Champions and you're into it, don't forget about my promo code, all that good stuff. So I will see you all in the next one. I love you more than I could ever tell you. Thank you for the undying support. I'll see you in the next one. Out.